guys, we announced at the beginning of the year that we were going to put in some additional bonus content for our listeners, and this is going to be one of those episodes. We want to talk about current events, and we want to talk about things that are actually happening in the world today that are really affecting small businesses, and we want to give some strategies of what you can do in your business to counter some of the things that are happening, or take advantage of some of the things that are happening. So one of the things that I want to talk about today is that there is a shipping crisis that is happening globally. It's kind of fueled by two major countries, the United States and China. Both have kind of retracted a little bit on what they're doing shipping. And I can't speak to what it's like over in China right now because I'm not over in China. But here in the U.S., you are seeing a lot of delays.
That sounds like we need to make a trip.
I know. If everything wasn't quarantined, we
Call
would.
it market research.
Exactly. But,
How's your Mandarin?
Not good. I'm not even going to try.
I know. I'm like so hesitant. Yeah, whatever. All right. Moving on.
But, we've seen disruptions in all sorts of goods and services. Well, I shouldn't say services as much, but the goods, anything that has an international impact is being disrupted. I was talking to a sales manager of a major furniture store, and they indicated that one of the challenges that they're seeing is not only are they having a hard time getting their furniture shipped in, but there's also not a whole lot going back overseas. Yeah. And because of it, there's actually some back-ordered items that could be shipped, but they don't have the containers to ship them in. And so we're seeing a lot of delays. We're seeing a lot of impact on businesses, big and small. And so we want to talk about some strategies that you, as small businesses, can employ to counteract some of these challenges that are going to persist for quite a few months. No one knows for sure. We don't have a crystal ball by any means.
I was going to say at least a few months, right?
Yeah.
Like things are changing in a big way.
Right.
And there are definitely some things, at least a few things that are going to be permanent out of this. And there are definitely going to be more things coming up that will either be new things that will change, or we will see them be permanent going forward. Right.
Now, before we say the sky is falling, I do want to point out that
maybe we should have started this episode off different.
There's always opportunity. Anytime that there's a need, that's where businesses do the best, is by meeting needs. And there's a lot of needs that are developing with a lot of these challenges that are coming up. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is a horrible time to start a business. No, this is an excellent time to find solutions, because there are a lot of problems that are rearing their ugly head.
Yeah.
And that just means that we need entrepreneurs to solve those problems. So don't back down. This is a time to step up to the plate, but we just want to help you do it in a smart way.
Yeah, be a little bit more confident in how you're moving forward, that you are making the right decision for sure.
Yeah. So the piece of advice that we're going to give right now is that many businesses out there probably do not have enough cash in their reserves to cover some of the uncertainty that is in the market and is going to be in the market. And so now I want to point out that we obviously don't know how much cash you have on hand.
Yeah.
So
again, we don't have a crystal ball.
So we are not giving you specifics, but we are telling you that now is a great time to look at your cash balance and to understand if you have enough cash in that cash balance. We just did an episode about a month ago on your targeted cash balance. So, if you want to understand how to calculate that, we give that calculation for you. But you probably need to look at increasing that cash balance. now's a good time. And there's a couple specific reasons why your targeted cash balance is probably going to need to be increased in today's global market. The first one is due to a lot of uncertainty. I mean, we talked about the shipping, the shipping crisis, but there's a lot of things that are going on. A lot of people being quarantined, so therefore they're not getting out and spending like they used to. Unemployment numbers are going up because of it. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, and anytime there's uncertainty, it's a good time to look and see if you have a sufficient cash balance in your business, and it's a good time to increase that cash balance. The other one is a little bit counterintuitive, and that is many businesses are seeing record sales due to the dramatic shifts in the market.
Right.
If you happen to be a home improvement store,
oh baby,
2020 was a great year.
Right.
And so, when your business is seeing record sales, in fact, a friend of mine, he owns a specialty paint store. And I was talking to him and I was asking him, like, hey, how are you doing? And he's like, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so many people remodeling right now.
I have no complaints.
Yeah. He's like, this is a wonderful year. So I followed up with, I mean, this was back in the spring when everyone's out, remodeling. And I followed up with him just actually a couple days ago. And I asked him, I'm like, okay, so now that we're in the winter season, how are things? And he's like, we're still actually up. He's like, December was a record month.
That's really cool.
Relative to other Decembers. And I was happy for him.
Oh, for sure.
Because he just does an honest, good business. And I thought that was great. But when sales increase, you need additional cash flow to support those sales. You got to keep up with the inventory. As the shipping crisis continues, you're going to see that shipping is going to become more expensive, less reliable. You might have to pay premiums to get stuff in. And so, that's another reason why we are recommending taking a hard look at your targeted cash balance and consider increasing it, So there you have a little bit of a quick tip, something that we're watching very closely. We think that you should be watching as well. Even if you're not bringing in, goods from overseas, you still need to understand that this is going to, affect your business. Calculate that targeted cash balance. And if you're on the lean side, go ahead and beef that up. That would be a smart thing to do in an uncertain market.
Yeah. If you have $10 in the bank, increase that to a lot more. You're going to need it. Yeah. No, I think it's smart. Anytime there's uncertainty, make sure you have that cushion. So thank you guys for tuning in. We look forward to doing more in the future.
Catch you next time.